Hello, there have been some questions about what if your Hobbymate Q100 flight control board has some burned up ESC as a result of a crash or something, and you need to utilize one of the other channel motor outputs on the flight control board. How would you configure this in CleanFlight? So for this example, I'm going to switch motor output number 4, assuming and simulating like that one's burned up for me, and move that over to motor output number 6. So on this board, we effectively have 2 spare motor outputs that we can utilize if we happen to have a problem with one of the 4 that we normally use. So I will move these wires here for number 4 over to number 6. So here we are. I went ahead and moved them. And now we'll go over to CleanFlight. Okay, now in CleanFlight, you don't need to connect the battery. You just need to connect the USB cable. Click Connect, and should be connected up like usual. So now go to the CLI, and we want to get all the settings, so we type dump. All right, so a big long list of settings here. So what we're looking for is all the way at the top, and it's these motor mix commands. So what I'll do is I'll select the motor mix 0 through 7. I'll copy that. Copy that. Open up a text editor, something like Notepad. Copy those in. All right, so these are the default settings. Well, one thing I should also say is that it's always a good idea to copy all of this from here down and copy that into Notepad. And save that as your CLI dump file. That way, if you mess something up, you can go back and copy this back into the command line all in one big fail swoop, hit enter, and it copies all those settings back. Anyway, so now back to the motor mix commands. So in my example, I was switching motor number 4 over to number 6. But you see here, this is listed 0 through 7. So what the motor number 4 is actually listed as spot or location number 3 here. So I want to take these commands right here that are associated with motor number 3 by default, copy those, and paste those over to not to motor number 6, which is actually in position number 5. You see that they're slightly different. We're 1.1, 0.414, 1. You can see that they're different. So what I want to do is paste that in there that I just copied. And we can see that it's the same now. 1, 1, 0.14, 0.14, negative 1, negative 1, negative 1. All right, we're good. So this is my new custom mix. So I will copy that. Now I'll go back over to the CLI, and I will just paste all of that in there. You don't see it in there, but it's there. If in fact, I think if you scroll up here on the right, you can see where you've done that. You can go back down. Okay, so we're back down at the bottom. Just press enter. All right, so you see here that it applied each one of those motor mix commands, and this very last one ought to match what we have in our Notepad file. So here's our Notepad file. We see we want to confirm that motor number 5 is reading correctly, and so it's 1.14, negative 1, negative 1. All right, it's the same. All right, so now we need to hit save, and it reboots. Now here's something we need to change. We just made a custom motor mix. Let's see what CleanFlight is currently using. Our mixer is still Quad X. We need to select our custom motor mix, which is down here. Now we need to save and reboot. If we left it on quad X, those changes that we made would not take effect. So now we see that it is on custom. So now everything is ready to go. So obviously, I was switching around from motor number 4 in position number 3 over to motor number 6, which is in position number 5. So if you have a problem with number 1, motor number 1 or motor number 2, and need to switch it either to this is position number 5, and this is position number 6, you just need to do what I did, but for the other motor position. So if you're copying from motor number 1 over to motor number 5 position, for example, you do the exactly same type of thing, but with the values for your particular motor and the particular position you're moving it to. All right, I hope this helps.